Welcome to part 2 of the MusFlash Dance Show, where we catch up with man about London town, label boss and DJ, Mr. Dom Servini, to find out what his top 5 records of the moment are.
My name's Dom Servini. I run the WahWah 45's record label. I'm also a little bit of a music journalist and DJ, play all over the place from kind of Bethnal Green, Bognor Regis to Bratislava. I'm a little bit of a live music promoter as well, mainly on the kind of jazz tip. I run a club night at Cargo in East London where we put on usually 2 or 3 live bands, mostly related to the WahWah record label. WahWah started in about 1999, and it was started by 2 very lovely fellows called Chris and Simon Goss. They started the WahWah 45's record label on the back of a club night they were doing called WahWah, which used to be every Friday night at the Jazz Cafe. I joined in 2000, a year later, when basically Chris Goss was one part of London Electricity on Hospital Records, a drum and bass outfit. And I got him to DJ at one of my club nights, and then he called me up and said, would you like to come and join us? So I did. And then eventually became part of the record label as well. And then kind of Chris dropped out, sort of, because he runs Hospital Records, which is a big drum and bass label. He hasn't really got the time to faff around with jazz. So basically myself and Simon Goss have kind of carried on running the label since then, and it's kind of become my life, really. Originally, the label was just a 7-inch imprint where we'd put out 45s with a new track on one side that kind of related to the kind of stuff we were playing on the Friday nights at the club, at the Jazz Cafe, and an old track on the other side. So the whole thing kind of related to what we play, old tunes and new tunes together. But eventually it became quite evident that if we were going to do it legally, that putting old tunes on a 7 was actually a really good way to make ourselves bankrupt. It kind of spurred us on to push the new music, which I've been heavily involved with, and which is what we've kind of done ever since. This year we hopefully will have albums from Talc, who are a blue-eyed soul, kind of Steely Dan-esque kind of outfit, who play live as well. There'll be an album from a band called Hard Candy, who used to be Science Catskills. There'll be an album from Jamie Finley, who's a young producer, singer, songwriter from Manchester. We'll also be putting out our 3rd WahWah compilation, which are all called Underground Hits and Exclusive Bits. Hi, my name's Dom Servini, and these are my top 5 records at the moment. Okay, this is a tune from the new 2 Banks of 4 album, and 2 Banks of 4 are a band who've been around for quite a while. Started by a very lovely man called Rob Gallagher and his good friend Demas. Demas is involved in the whole kind of Bugs, broken beat kind of scene. Rob also doubles up as Earl Zinger on K7 recordings. This is their new album, it's called Junkyard Gods. It's out on Sona Collective recordings out of Germany. And this is a beautiful piece of music, very much in the kind of Doug and Gene Khan sort of black jazz kind of style, but with a little bit of a modern twist. And it's a tune called Shadowlands. Okay, this is a cover version of Bob Marley's Get Up, Stand Up. It's just called Get Up in this case, by a group called Collator and Zozo Afrobeats. It's on Tramp Recordings, which is a German label. And when I played it the other week at Cargo, everyone went a little bit nuts. This one's a tune by an artist from Toronto in Canada called Robert Strauss. He's just signed his new album to BBE Recordings over here, and he's actually just moved over to the UK. In fact, he lived with my mum for a little while, which is another story, not in that way. This is a track called Party in My Body, which is personally my favourite track off the album. The original version is a kind of Afrobeat influence kind of party track, and this is remixed by Black Grass, and Black Grass are a production outfit from Brighton. Okay, this is a tune by an artist called Me and You, which comprises of TM Duke and Rob Louis from True Thoughts. This is a track called Sneaker Thief. What you're listening to is a remix by a brilliant producer called Hint, who's been around for a little while and records for True Thoughts right now. This particular version I don't believe is actually going to come out on vinyl or CD or anything, and it's available as a free download via Hints, MySpace, True Thoughts website, True Thoughts MySpace. Quite easy to find, I think. And finally, this is a tune on WahWah 45s by an artist called Middlewood Sessions, who are two guys from Sheffield. A track called Red Waters, and a big kind of jazz-fueled dance floor heavy hitter, I guess is the best way I can describe it. On the B-side, there's a track called Astro Blue, which is a vocal tune. A little bit more laid back, more in the kind of Four Heroes sort of style, lots of strings, etc. And yeah, Middlewood Sessions, out about now on WahWah 45s.